Hi everyone, happy Monday. If you're in St. Pete or Tampa, you might have been enjoying the rain that's been falling this morning. It's been so peaceful and relaxing, creating a great ambiance for me to really get centered and really dive into a topic that is so transformational for health, for connecting with ourselves, and for really showing up in the world as this vibrant, healthy self that we're growing into. And so the topic I will be speaking on today is how to listen to and connect to our body's wisdom. So being able to recognize the signals our bodies are giving us so that we can feel empowered to be our own health expert. So our bodies are so intelligent. We have this ancient wisdom built into our cells, into our DNA, that has been developed for thousands of years as our human race has evolved and has kept us alive. So we have this inner wisdom inside of us, and it seems to get lost in all of the information that we're constantly being fed. There's a lot of dogma and a lot of information around what we actually need to be healthy that comes from outside of us. But really, if we can reflect on what it really means to be healthy, we find that we have all the information that we need within us, and our body actually is constantly giving us signals on what we need to do to be at our best health. So for you, if that means having more energy, our bodies tell us what we need to do. If for you that means losing some weight, to be at a very comfortable weight for your body, to lose the pounds that are not serving you. Your body knows how to do this. If you desire to feel more connected to your intuition, to your ability to go through life just knowing exactly what you need, and to find your path forward in life, this is going to help you as well. So I'll be talking about a couple of the different signals our bodies give us that are communicating to us, and then I'll be talking about a couple of different ways where we can learn to tap into this intelligence every day so that we can really become our own health expert. So I like to think of this as, if you're in a new relationship, you don't know everything about the person. You don't know what their mannerisms mean. You might not know what their, unsaid signals mean. But as you get to know this person more, you begin to form that relationship, and you begin to have this connection where they might not even need to say something, but you might know exactly what they're thinking or feeling. So when we're trying to uncover our body's wisdom, we're really just forming that relationship with our bodies, forming that relationship with that sense of what we need to feel nourished in any moment. So the first signal I'm going to be talking about is hunger. This is huge. In my health coaching programs, this is a topic that we go over, of being able to decipher hunger and fullness. And it's so funny because every time I go into this topic, I ask the question, how do you know when you're hungry? And a lot of clients will say, like, actually, I don't know. I don't know what it feels like for me to be hungry. And it's funny because we can go our whole lives not really knowing, what hunger feels like, or even what we're actually hungry for. So hunger is a huge one because we can be hungry for food, we can be hungry for connection, we can be hungry for intellectual stimulation, for growth, for, even hunger can, actually tell us we're thirsty. So being able to ask ourselves what we're hungry for is one of the most amazing and transformative questions we can ask ourselves. Many times, if you do suffer from emotional eating or binging, or just trying to lose weight and not being able to, and feeling like maybe you're out of control with food or just confused on what you actually need to eat, that question of what am I hungry for is an amazing tool to use before you decide to eat. So we also, so many of us will eat out of boredom. My big thing is I used to be, at work sitting around and not really super engaged, and so I would just be snacking. I wasn't really hungry, but I was hungry for engagement. I was hungry for stimulation. So that food was actually not really what I was hungry for, but it was that replacement for hunger. So that one question, what am I hungry for? It's an amazing tool. So what is actually asking to be nourished in that moment? Tuning into that hunger signal of what that actually means for you. And actually, what does it feel like when you're hungry for food? What is the physical sensation that you're feeling in your body? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your mind, like a kind of fuzzy feeling? What does that hunger actually feel like? So that's a great one. That's a great place to start, because it's something we experience multiple times a day, being hungry for different things. So the second signal our bodies give us is pain. So pain is one of those signals that is just asking us to pay attention to something. It's saying, hey, this thing maybe isn't in alignment, or this thing needs your attention. You need to take care of this in some way. In our society, we're kind of programmed to, when we feel pain, just to say, like, I want to do anything I can to not feel it anymore. So either like taking a pill, or just suppressing the pain or ignoring it, rather than actually noticing it and recognizing it and saying, what is this pain trying to bring my attention to? So this is emotional pain, physical, spiritual. All of these sources of pain are all messengers trying to just grab our attention. So we can ask, what is this pain trying to tell me? We can actually begin to decipher those messages about what we actually need in order to move through that. The only way out is through. So how can we move through that and actually be transformed by the pain and actually grow from it, rather than just stuffing it down or ignoring it? So the third signal I will be talking about is stress. Hi, great to see you. Thanks for joining. So the third bodily signal or message we'll be talking about is stress. So when our bodies are stressed, in our society, we're so often told that it's a normal thing. Some stress is good, eustress versus distress. We're supposed to feel a little bit of stress. It helps us to grow, but feeling chronic stress can be very damaging for our health and our well-being. So being able to say, where is this stress asking me to just take a break? We're cyclical creatures. We operate on these cycles. We can only spend so much energy before we need to renew. So stress sometimes, when it's chronic, is really asking us to say, where can I slow down? Where can I take time to just have some self-care? So pushing through stress isn't the healthiest thing that we can do. So when we can listen to our body's messages of stress, however that manifests for you, maybe it's a headache, maybe your skin breaks out, maybe you have some weight gain, whatever that looks like for you, what does that signal telling you? Where could you build in some recovery to your day? So the last one, actually I have two more. So one that's very interesting, this bodily signal that I don't think gets enough credit, is intuition, so gut feelings. When we can really learn to pay attention and honor and trust our intuition, we are really building our capacity to trust our bodies with whatever they're telling us, any of these signals. And we can trust that they are leading us, our bodies are actually so intelligent that they're leading us in the right direction. So honoring that gut feeling. You can even feel it. It's as simple as you walk into a room and you know that there was like a fight or tension that's happening between people in the room. You can walk in and it's palpable. You can feel that in your body. You have maybe like a gut sensation or like a tensing up. Your body is telling you that there is something there that needs to be recognized or seen. So we can actually take these signals as these are real messages. What is it telling me? And ask ourselves that. We can really empower ourselves to become more in touch with that intuition, which is this huge, powerful source of wisdom. So the last message our bodies give us that I'll talk about today is fatigue. So this is something that, we all will feel fatigue, whether it's energetic, emotional, physical fatigue. It's our bodies telling us to rest. Okay, like this is a real thing. Our bodies need time to rest and repair. If we're constantly pushing through fatigue, we're going to be, causing wear and tear on, our mind, body, spirit. So this is a holistic experience of fatigue. So if we can really honor, like, okay, maybe there's someone I hang out with who fatigues my energy. Putting some boundaries there. That's a real thing. I feel fatigued when I do this extracurricular after work that's not really serving me. That's a form of fatigue. So where can we honor our body's signals of I'm tired, let me rest, and so that we can actually renew our souls, renew our bodies, and feel like we have the energy to move forward in the things that are really important to us. So those are a couple of the signals that we get from our bodies that are so intelligent, and they know exactly what it is that we need to thrive. So some of the simplest exercises that I give my clients and that I use myself for learning to tune into these signals and honor them is simply that question. I said it with the hunger message, but asking ourselves in any moment, what is it I need? And allowing ourselves to sit with that question and allow our bodies, our inner intelligence to tell us. So it's so rare that we might even take a moment to allow our bodies to respond, but simply asking that question, posing that question, what is it I need right now, and allowing our bodies to tell us. So an amazing tool to just make that a habit, to develop this inner knowing, is to set a timer or set an alarm for 1 hour intervals each day, and have it go off each hour, and allow it to be your prompt to ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? Even if you don't feel like you have a need, just developing that intuition for saying, what is it I need in this moment, and allowing whatever comes forth to be the answer. So maybe even jotting it down on a piece of paper. In one moment, maybe you just need to, get up and stretch. Maybe you need to, rather than, maybe you thought you were hungry, but in that moment, you actually are just craving some mind food. You actually just want to feel intellectually stimulated. So reading a passage from a book that you're working on. So actually asking yourself these questions of what do I need right now? So that's a great exercise. 1 hour intervals, asking yourself every day until that becomes something that you just do. It becomes a habit of checking in with yourself. So one tool that I have fallen in love with, and it's so simple, is just using the breath as a form of like a pause, and allowing yourself to come completely into the body. So what this looks like is, it might be, when I'm asking myself, what is it I need? Or maybe I just know, okay, I feel this hunger. I know I'm not physically hungry, but I know I'm craving this connection. I know I'm craving, love or connection. So allowing myself to just use the breath, taking a couple big deep breaths, maybe 20 or 30 seconds, allowing that to fill every limb of my body, to come completely into my body, and to say, okay, what is it I need? What would that look like? What does this love or connection that I'm craving actually look like? Maybe it's, sending a nice email to a friend to start a nice conversation. Maybe it's giving someone a call that I love to tell them I love them. Just knowing, hi, oh, great to see you. So just knowing that if I'm breathing, I'm allowing my intuition to activate, so I know exactly what I need in that moment. So those are 3 exercises you can use. The timer, that just tells you, to check in with yourself every day, say, what is it I need? The breath, so just allowing that breath to, just allowing that breath to be your guide into your body, and asking, what action or what response could I use for that message? And then just for the hunger, checking in and saying, what am I actually hungry for? So I hope that you enjoyed today. This is something that's been totally transformative for my own relationship with my body and for my clients. If you feel called to deepen your relationship with your body in order to really see sustainable, lasting results in your health, or in really any area of your life, your relationships, your feelings of purpose and connection to something bigger on this earth, you can just, reach out to me. I offer free 30-minute consultations that can really allow you to know if working with someone to help you deepen this relationship to your body is going to be your path to really having the health and the results that you desire. So I'm available as a resource, and I'm offering these free calls to you to know if working together might be right for you. So thank you so much for joining in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Have a great Monday.